Alrighty. Paper Mario Sticker Star has been conquered. A little surprised that I beat this as quickly as I did. I thought I was in for a wild ride today. I didn't write down my overall thoughts or my thoughts for this game. Mostly due to I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess I just didn't kind of feel like doing that. But my overall thoughts for this game are like I kind of see why people don't necessarily like this game all too much. You know, like I see it. I think this I think the game is probably on like the bottom end of okay. You know, it's it has some neat ideas. And I typically like the implementation of strange and unorthodox ideas when it comes to game design and things like that because it's kind of cool to see people create games that go against the grain, I guess, to some degree. And I think this game did a lot of that. But the problem is that ultimately this game is just not that fun for me. Um I I had a lot of problems with like the general uh gameplay loop, I guess. Um the sticker aspect of it is definitely interesting, but the problem with the sticker aspect is that all of your moves are consumables, and when you run out of moves, you just can't do anything. But like we go through the entire game basically and we have a hammer and we hit things with a hammer, but that hammer's not a sticker. So it it's just really kind of strange how some of the mechanics interact with each other. Um and the fact that the stickers are consumables mean that you're going to run into an encounters where some of your stickers are not necessarily going to be useful. Like for that end Bowser fight, I couldn't use shoes on him unless they were like iron shoes. And you know, me going into that battle for the first time, that kind of knocked out a solid chunk of my sticker book. So that was kind of a big problem. There's also some really annoying bosses. Comic right there being one of them. Uh, I get the what's I get the desire to be like, okay, we have this cool concept of a sticker book, and you're using those as your moves. Let's provide at least one encounter where we kind of change up that dynamic a little bit. The problem is it's just not fun. It's not fun to have a sticker book of consumables that I really like, and then you just change them all into ghetto stickers, and I don't know what the stickers were originally, so I'm just using stickers willy nilly to do terrible damage against the boss that is just incredibly annoying. And it just made for a very, very poor fight. And it made the implementation of changing up how the stickers were used to just not be uh like it didn't feel worth the attempt. It just wasn't fun. Um, the story is. basically your typical Mario story, um, I guess papered in this regard. And I'm not crazy about it. It it was okay at best. It, there's no character development going on here. There's no growth. There's no plot twists and things like that. You know, like there's no well defined gripping narrative. It's just it's there to service, you know, moving the plot forward, and it does that at the bare minimum, and that's the most that it does. So yeah. Um let me see. I think ultimately I'm gonna say that I did not enjoy the combat of this game just because the idea of having to collect stickers and then those stickers be consumables, and then when I use them I then want to go back and refill my sticker book so that I can, you know, have my stickers back. But also on top of that, fighting the enemies is kind of not really conducive to what you want to do. Um, the enemies, like as far as I can tell, only give coins. You know, rare at rare times they give you stickers, but they basically only give you coins. So you're going through this game with a limited amount of attacks or abilities, I should say. And every time you use an ability, you lose that ability permanently. And you have random encounters that the only way that you can beat them is by depleting your stickers, and at the end of that battle you just get coins, which you can buy stickers with, of course, but that to me just doesn't seem like a great gameplay loop for me. It it feels so much more useful to just avoid enemies altogether, which is basically what I started doing when you know it I came to learn that I have all these really nice stickers and I don't want to use these stickers against these random enemies that are just going to give me coins, and not I'm not going to get my stickers back. And like let's say the stickers weren't that crazy. Well, if I wanted to get them back, I have to go travel to some shop and slowly get that. Um, which, is another aspect of it that didn't really go very well. Also, the things, the like real life objects that can turn into stickers, those really needed to be in their own little sticker book. Like the sticker portions of them needed to be in their own book. Those filling up the sticker album, I wasn't a fan of, especially because some of those are required for progressing the story, and some of those are sort of like maybe not required, but you basically need them to fight bosses and stuff. Um, I mean, maybe it is even required. Um, So yeah, I can probably definitively say I don't like the sticker system at all. And because I'm not necessarily like I've yet to play a Paper Mario game, this being my second one, where I'm like, yeah, I enjoy this visual aesthetic and how they incorporate that visual aesthetic into the combat system in the world. Um, it just it's it's great from a art design perspective, but I just don't necessarily gravitate towards it because it's very, I don't want to say childish, but it's I don't know. It's aged down, I guess. It's not tackling things that I want to see in video games necessarily. You know, I like the big grandiose plots and you know, uh getting to know characters and all this other stuff. And this is just, you know, like, oh, it's Mario, oh, it's Bowser, oh, it's Peach, oh, it's Toad. You know, all your familiar friends doing all the familiar things. So yeah, uh, not 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 great. Anything else that I want to talk about? Um, yeah, I don't think I have much else. I feel like there was a couple of things that I wanted to say, but I think that's all I got. Yeah, let me press a button. New Toad has appeared in the festival grounds. Go say hello. I don't think so. There was definitely something else that I wanted to talk about. Um, oh, there's no run in this game either, and I really feel like this game needs a run. Um, I wasn't going to mention this, but I also think that this there needs to be more options to sort the stickers in the album. I don't think it's. I don't know. I would have liked more options there. Um, man, I really wish I could remember oh the scraps. I, this again, like this is a neat concept, but my brain is not wired to think in the way that I need it to think for scraps. And so when I come across a scenario where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what to do, I start to I think in that like old RPG brain of like, okay, let me start going through the steps of what I like haven't done yet, and then figure out what I need to do. And thinking, oh, this wall might just be a fake wall that I can just peel off and then flip around and then put it back in. You know, I maybe I think maybe this game just didn't uh have enough of those moments for me to think, you know, oh, this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing on multiple occasions. And so I just didn't fall into that routine of checking that. And so I got stuck a couple of times, and that's rough. A rough way to change the mentality. So that was really tough for me. Um, dang it, I thought of something in the middle of that, and uh, I think that's probably just all that I got. But yeah, that was Paper Mario Sticker Star. This was a viewer requested game by Happy Chocobo, so thank you very much for the recommendation. Uh, seems like this is going to be the end of the stream today, and that's yeah, all we got. So shorter stream today, you know. Mr. JRPG says, uh, it is some cool concepts, but with pure inventory-based combat system feels pointless to battle and other little quirks. And yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't think it's pointless to battle. I just think I think it's worse than that. I think it's against, like, it's not in your best interest to battle. You know, in the early portion of the game, you know, you just have like blah stickers, but you know, when you have stickers like the stickers that I have, you know, that are shiny and stuff like that, or flashy, you know, you don't want to be using these stickers against these just ghetto enemies. You know, you want to save all these for bosses. So yeah. Anyways. Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific time, to play something new. I think this I think I might update OBS today. So, you know, something might break. I have no idea, but I've been kind of wanting to update it for a while. I'm still on version 27, which is very old. But yeah, I ain't got anything else, so I guess we'll just say see ya the next time I see you. Peace.